Video games are confusing. Sometimes you just need your gay BFF to teach you a thing or two. So we're the Backseat Gamers. I'm Matthew, this is my fiance.
Hey, I'm Ian.
And we've got MusicalFinesse here.
Hello.
And we're gonna teach her this, that, and the other thing on Outer Wilds, in gay terms.
Let me land on you. Why is this so difficult?
You gotta just judge your speed.
Oh, thank you for explaining. That was so helpful of a tidbit.
Yeah.
Before we get started on Gaysplaining, we play each other's favorite games. When I'm driving, I'm playing Matthew's favorite games, and vice versa. Outer Wilds is one of Matthew's favorite games, so I went through my first playthrough in it, experiencing it all for the first time while he was yapping in my ear.
So join us on Twitch, and you might be able to see another game that we play like this. We've also got MusicalFinesse here as our guest star.
Hello, I'm MusicalFinesse, or Moofin, or Elizabeth, or Beth. I am a huge Dragon Age nerd, and that's basically all I've been doing for the past 8 months of my life.
That's her personality.
That's it.
It really is.
She's just a Soulless fan, and that's it. And one more thing before we start with this. Outer Wilds is the type of game where you want to go into it completely blind. You want to just explore everything for your first time, by yourself, in a dark basement. That's what I did. It's so amazing. So spoiler warning ahead. If you haven't played the game yet, save this video, come back later. Play the game first, it's that good.
You start out as a Hearthian on the planet Timber Hearth, and you are an astronaut about to go embark on your first journey through the stars.
As this astronaut, you are like the twinkiest of the twinks of the astronaut. You're a little fish boy, you don't really know what you're doing yet, and you just they say, hey, get into this ship that's really badly built and can just explode on contact of things sometimes, and it will, just like me whenever I see my gym crush. And space is like, it's really small compared to the actual universe, so you can like just take 2 steps over and then you're in like a whole different world. And
Or the sun.
Or the sun, you can go into the sun.
You head out onto your first journey, and you're exploring the stars, finding some of your friends from back on Timber Hearth that might be chilling on the moon, playing some banjo. You can go explore the deep waters of Giant's Deep, and then the sun starts getting larger, and then everything goes bright and dark. And everything around you dies.
Not really, but yeah, the Outer Wild Adventure frequency, so that's like the music one specifically. Ooh. Pretty.
Bonk.
You said I'm not waiting for the sun to take me out, I take myself out.
But, just like Naisha on Season 8, as soon as everything around you goes dark, RuPaul calls you right back in. And somehow you're able to retain all your memories, so you're starting back where you started your original journey, but you still remember everything around you, and you say, I just died, and everyone says, you slept weird. You slept on your back weird. Are you experiencing twink death? Because I think that you're just getting old, and maybe you slept on your brain wrong, and you're just remembering everything wrong.
They said, sir, I think you did too many poppers. Maybe hold back on the rush.
Maybe we stay out of the neighborhood for just a day. A little cleanse.
The first planet that I visit all the time is Brittle Hollow. Now that planet, when you go in there at the beginning of the cycle, it's a full planet. But what you don't see necessarily is right in the center, there's a black hole. It's giving that whole planet the glug glug 9000, just sucking it up. And then popping it out. Because if you go through that black hole, you end up at the other side of the galaxy in a white hole. Not to be confused with a K-hole. So every time you come to this planet, you need to make sure you are there on time. Gay walk to this planet. Because if you're not there on time, that entire planet's gone, gonna be sucked through the black hole. It's like leaving me with a twunk. I'm going to be in that hole.
The game kind of guides you to visit this one planet first called Giant's Deep. And much like every lesbian watching Ghostbusters with Kate McKinnon, the basement is flooded. Throughout this water planet, there are islands where you can find factories building statues that you can even find on your home planet. But you better be quick when you're exploring those, unless you like getting blown. Because if a tornado touches the islands you're standing on, you are joining that Mile High Club flying off the planet. I'm not so sure.
Or you can go,
oh shit.
Oh, well, now you're flying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually, I would get to safety.
I didn't realize it launched me into space.
Yep. But don't worry, you come down quickly. It is just like Katy Perry up in space. Then you have the twins. These are these 2 binary planets that kind of orbit around each other as they both orbit around the sun. One of them is full of sand, one of them is full of rock and a bunch of orifices. But just like orifices and sand, as we know from Sex on the Beach, there we get sand in every one of those orifices. Just like the show White Lotus, these siblings are sucking each other off. The whole time, all the sand from the one twin is going into the orifices of the other twin. What would these games be without AP science classes going on in here? These planets are also home to a bunch of science experiments from people who came before you in this world. So there's a whole nother civilization that you're finding their ruins and you're finding their labs. And you can find all of their experiments with all the black holes and the white holes and how they make portals and how they do time travel and ooh, it gets crazy. And oh my god, look, it's another secret!
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. But then while you're out there on the stars, maybe you get a little homesick and you head back home to Timber Hearth, where you're basically in the middle of the woods, where there's a little town and then little lesbian campsites, because you know lesbians love driving their Subarus into the middle of the woods and taking a camping trip.
If only I had a Subaru.
But are they all lesbians? Because all the Hearthians are what? Say it with me now. Non-binary.
Oh, there can be they, them lesbians. Mm-hmm. This whole civilization disproves the idea that gays can't drive. As you'll see through our playthrough, I'm a great driver. Just like in my Subaru, I never touched anything once. I was a perfect driver. Inside here I want to see. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, I'm crashing my ship.
But like the Umbrella Academy, you get towards the end of this game, and there's always a part that's terrible. And by that I mean horrifying. We have Dark Bramble. Dark Bramble it's like a twink's butthole, okay? You go in there, and suddenly there's way more room than there should be. It's way too expansive in there. You find so many crevices. So it's just a seed. It's literally just a seed floating in space, and you enter that seed, and it's a big, open, ghastly place with a bunch of lights everywhere. And do you remember that scene? Do you know that scene in Finding Nemo? Where they walk in and they say, ooh, a light, pretty light, ooh, a light. And then a big old thing with teeth comes and goes, that's what happens in this game. There's anglerfish in there. They're there to eat you. They're there to eat you up. Not ate. They did not eat. They ate.
So you're saying that you can go into the Twink's expanse and get your ass ate? Oh god, he's right there though.
Yeah. I would say just experiment though. See what you can do.
Ooh,
so you can't do a lot. We've learned you can't do a lot.
I hated that shit.
Hated that.
Oh, I hated that
I've never seen it that close, get alerted. Oh.
And then there's one more location we have to talk about, but more to come on that.
Mm-hmm.
Hot take. Every time you said Hearth, it made me cringe a little bit because I'm pretty sure it's Timber Hearth.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
What? Hold on. Hearth.
Pretty sure Hearth.
Hearth.
It's a hearth.
Hearth.
Thank you, I feel validated.
I hate it
The
here.
lesbians proved right again. So the main point of the Interloper Comet is to kind of define what ghost matter is, which right at the beginning of the game, before you're leaving into the stars, you're told what ghost matter is and told to avoid it at all costs. So I jumped into it immediately, and
Yes.
I died.
Shocker.
Ghost matter is like cocaine in the bathroom at a gay club. You really should not go near it. It will ruin your day.
But if you tell me not to, I will. There doesn't work.
There are plenty of ways to die in this game, though, besides the ghost matter.
Including getting penetrated?
What do you say?
Spiky plants!
Yes? Where is the spiky plant?
In the way.
If you just fall a little bit too hard, you'll die. Maybe a little bit too much.
She's dead.
She's dead. You can also break the entire universe if you want to. He destroyed the fabric of space-time! God, the physics in this game is crazy. The engine runs where it is all happening at the same time. It's always running. The planets are actually rotating around. You can leave your ship on one place, you can leave your probe on another place, and you could be on another planet, and that the entire galaxy is like running in the engine. I think it's so cool.
It's cool until I park my ship somewhere and then somehow it ends up on a different planet and now I'm stranded and I'm just like, do I wait 22 minutes for the sun to explode or do I just kill myself?
When you're flying your ship, it is zero gravity out there. So you can accelerate just as much as your ship will let you. So the amount of times that I have tried to fly my ship to another planet and then not gotten the numbers right and then just crashed my ship into that planet and exploded and died, far too often.
Matthew, a gay, driving at 90 miles an hour on the highway? No way. The autopilot doesn't have collision detection, so it is prone to bursting like a Tesla.
Into the sun.
Hey, maybe don't
That's
do
me
that.
eating the sun.
Yeah, I'm sure that was awful for everyone. The music in this game is also incredible. However, I will regularly listen to it, just like as I'm working in the day. I'll pop on the original soundtrack and be listening to it, and it's so cozy, banjo music, so chill, and then Dark Bramble comes on, and I want to kill myself.
And then right after that, you get the sun song. Every time the sun explodes, it plays this melody that is ominous, weirdly beautiful, but also is your impending death.
This game is the perfect blend between cozy and terrifying. You can feel so warm about this game as you're exploring Timber Hearth. You can be exploring the jungles there, finding all these cool secrets, and then you go to Dark Bramble, and there's fish that want to eat you, and they make this ferocious roar when you wake them up, and it makes... Oh my god, it causes a visceral reaction in me. I feel lightheaded, I'm gonna faint, I gotta run, I need to leave. Just like me at a doctor's office at any given time. Mm-hmm. But Dark Bramble's not the only horrific thing. Even though it's the objectively scary part of the game, don't get it twisted. It's kind of terrifying when you're at Brittle Hollow and you fall into the black hole and you're out floating in space alone and your ship is halfway across the universe. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Choke yourself.
It just feels like an endless void of isolation, and that's terrifying to any gay man who needs to find a public stall right now.
You do not want to leave a little gay boy alone with his own thoughts? I'm gonna go back to my childhood. I'm gonna go back to my parents' divorce.
I'm gonna think about all my middle school bullies.
So does anything happen if you stay on Timber Hearth and just never launch yourself into space?
This is the type of game where, just like in real life, we are so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. The world is happening whether you leave or not. You can walk around Timber Hearth. You can go explore secrets on Timber Hearth. There's like little geysers that go up, and you can go into the geysers and you go explore all the waters. You can find stuff there. And then out there in another place, the sun is exploding. It doesn't matter. It's gonna explode regardless.
Am I safe from the sun in here? No. Here it comes.
We're about to find out.
There's the sun, I think. Yep. I found it. Meaning, those of you gay boys laying in your bed thinking about your ex, he's still out there in the world doing the damn thing, and
He's
you're sitting on your
sucking
ass.
dick.
And you're sitting on your ass doing nothing. Why don't you get up and do something about it?
He's giving the Glug Glug 9,000. You gotta be giving the Glug Glug 10,000.
You don't know that. He could be in the church.
My ex is not in the church. My ex is somewhere in a bed, face down, ass up. The reason why that we gave a spoiler warning at the beginning of this is because half of the fun of this game is discovering all the so many secrets that are thrown about the entire galaxy. Discovering something, like walking up to a planet and seeing something, is only half the battle. You need to figure out how to interact with it. What is the secret mechanic that the game does not tell you that is the way that you figure out something, find more information that'll help you somewhere else. Yeah,
This looks like a boss fight area.
you're discovering your first secret.
My first secret.
Yeah.
This looks like the storms.
Where?
On the planet I fucking hate, Giants D.
You could finish this game in one run if you just knew everything. But, because you don't, everything's like a new exploration and discovery. And every time you find a new secret, it's like mind-blowing. It's fun.
So, at the beginning of the game, you kind of learn that there was a civilization long before you called the Nomai, and they're no longer here. So, One of the many things that you can do in this game is head out into the world and try and find Nomai ruins, Nomai text, kind of learn about what the civilization that came before you was and what they were after. And you begin to learn that they were after the call of the eye of the universe, what they believed to be the center of the universe that was beckoning to them.
They're gay Jesus. It's their Taylor Swift Reputation Taylor's version. They're going for it. They want it. They need it now.
They heard the call of the eye of the universe, just like a you up hit like text. Their whole mission was to travel to this area to find where this call from the eye of the universe was coming from, but it went poorly. You learn that their ship crashed. They had to use some escape pods, which all crashed into the nearby planets. And you can find the text about what they did to survive after that. But you can also learn about some of the projects that they were working on. For example, the orbital cannon, where just like George's punching the ghost in season 14 lip syncs, they were punching, rotating, punching, rotating, punching. So basically what they were trying to do is send a probe out and use time travel to recall that probe. So they're sending out a probe into the universe and just trying to see if that's going to pick up the signal of the eye of the universe. But they're using that time travel to recall that probe, send out another one, recall it, send out another one, recall it, and so on, so on. I believe they hit like 52 million times or something like that.
Way too big a number for me. Close to my body count.
They send out so many probes that eventually they do find the signal from the eye of the universe. So they're able to track coordinates to exactly where that eye is.
And the way that they get this time travel, they find out that if you go into a black hole and you come out a white hole, in opposite of a K-hole where you end up like 12, 24 hours down the line blacked out, this one you actually end up just a few milliseconds before you went into the black hole. You come out the white hole. So they say, what if we amplified this power with a big force? And then it ends up you can go into a black hole and come out of a white hole 22 minutes before you went in. So it's time travel, essentially. But to get all this time travel, you needed to have a big source of power, like exploding the goddamn sun.
So imagine this. You got a little rocket, you got a big ol' hole, and you shoot the rocket in, expecting it to do something special to the hole. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So they said, if we shoot the sun, we're gonna explode the sun. It's, oh lord, it's about to bust. But it didn't, because they don't have the power to burst the sun. But wait a second. Aren't we at the natural end of the sun's life? Sun, are you there? Jason!
Jason!
Jason! Oh yeah, hi.
That's a bursting sun, alright. That's an exploding sun.
But I'm about to bust.
It's almost like now, once the Nomai are gone, they're dead and gone, now the sun is ready to explode naturally and all of their project is going to be able to come back and actually work this time. But it turns out that you, as the protagonist, are looped into this whole project that they're doing about time travel and sending back the coordinates, and then you end up in the loop. So you get into their time travel thing and all your memories go back in time. So that's why you're stuck in this loop.
Imagine someone who's shy, but photogenic. Imagine someone who likes to take a picture, strike a pose. Madonna stuns a new selfie. But if you say, hey, you want to meet up for plans? They say, actually I can't this week. Can we do another time? And they keep postponing brunch plans with you. Does that sound like any of your friends? Does that sound familiar to any of you guys? Basically, that flaky gay friend you have exists in this game too. It's called quantum physics, where there are certain objects that are called quantum objects that will stick around if you have direct sight with them, but the second you look away, they're out of here. They're bailing on you. They're going to bed. They're going to play with their dogs. But here's the thing. If you take a picture of them, that counts as keeping eye contact because you know where they are. It's like your friend who doesn't respond to any of your texts until 7 weeks after. If you can see them, you are getting all the information you can out of them because you know it's going to be several business weeks. It's going to be a whole fiscal quarter before you see them next.
You need to share Find My iPhone with them or else you will never know where they are.
Exactly. And one of these objects is actually an entire moon. So that's the last location that we teased at earlier. So there's a moon that anytime you're looking at it, it exists. But whenever you look away, oh, it's shy. It has to go. I need to go home. And it actually orbits every single planet and an extra location. So whenever you're looking at it, you can see it orbiting one of the planets that we talked about before. But supposedly there must be another location because there's certain times where it's just gone. You can't see it. And if you take a picture of that moon, then you're actually able to land on it because you can keep eye contact with it. Once you land on it, you can see that the atmosphere of the moon reflects whatever planet it's orbiting. If you're able to get it to travel to the different planets while you're on it, you can actually travel to close to the eye of the universe, where you can find another Nomai who hasn't died yet.
So what kind of eye is this eye of the universe?
Glaucoma.
The eye of the universe is less of an eye itself, but more of, think of like, you're in the gay club, and you get the eye of the hurricane in the middle of like the dance floor. It's the place where chaos reigns. You don't know what's happening. If you're going into there, you need to just be fluid. You need to just expect that there's going to be some naked person over there. There's going to be someone doing ketamine over here. It's going to be a crazy time in there, okay? You don't know what's going to happen. You might not come out. We don't know. We don't know anyone who's ever come out of the eye.
What was that?
I guess we'll never know. Maybe it's the anglerfish.
There's a final boss.
It's the anglerfish.
I have to kill it once and for all.
Ian, what would you do if I told you there was more anglerfish to deal with?
I would quit.
But this leads to the final question, the final secret. How do you find the eye of the universe? Well, inside the Ash Twin Project lab, there is this huge room that is powering all the time machines, the sending memories back machines, and inside the core of that, what's powering it all is a little thing that is a power core, that is a black hole and a white hole, and it's making a bunch of energy. This is probably one of the most powerful things, and it's the only one in the galaxy. You need to take that to the original Nomai ship that has light speed travel or whatever to power that ship. But here's the thing. Here's the plot twist. Here's the oh no. Here's the gay panic. Once you take out that power source from the Ash Twin Project, there's no more loops. There's no more sending your memories back. If you die, you die.
Yep.
That's so rough.
Technically, that means we lost the game.
Ian's a dead bitch. Can we get booms in the
You
chat?
are dead! Removing the Ash Twin Project is kind of like your life being sustained by that Dunkin' coffee down the street and the store closes down and now you've got nothing left to keep you going.
Once you take that out, you are no longer douched. You are no longer prepared. If you get fucked out in that galaxy, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a bad time, and you're not coming back. The trade is not coming back for this. So you need to take this core, get back into your ship that is essentially a death trap, go all the way across the galaxy, and then where do you gotta go but motherfucking Dark Bramble with the anglerfish. That's where the ship is. You have to go through like
Can't do
3
it.
sections of Dark Bramble, not triggering the big old fish that want to swallow you up and eat you whole, and you gotta get that core to the ship, plug it in, put in the coordinates that you find, and then get to the eye.
But here's the thing about it. The entire time you feel like you're scrambling because they're playing the Sun song the minute you grab the core.
Not even
So
the
you're-
regular Sun song, they're playing the fucking amplified version of the Sun song.
Escalated. And Dark Bramble, you can get by the fish without waking them up if you go nice and slow and take your time, but you don't have that luxury. You got 22 minutes to go.
Can I make it? Okay, I think I can make it. I think I can make it. I think I can make it. Oh my god, I made it! I just want everyone to know how fucking wild that was. I just zoomed across the fucking map with the anglerfish chasing me and broke my entire ship and still fucking made
Alright,
it.
we gotta go.
Sorry, I gotta stand up for that.
No,
okay,
we
you're
have
here. Here you
time.
go.
This game sounds a little terrifying. So why should I play this game?
Because it's not just terrifying, it's everything. The feeling of discovery in this game is like the first time discovering that you're queer. You walk into this world that you don't understand, and you're so confused, and yet you find little things about yourself or about the secrets of this game, and suddenly the world starts to make a little bit more sense every time. And even once you have found every other secret. Me, I platinumed the game twice. I platinumed it on PS4 and PS5. And I will still go back to it because it's just so comfortable at this point. It is a world that you want to explore in more and you want to live in more. And it's every opportunity I get to play or to make somebody else play it, I love it. It's good. It's a vibe. It's that it girl. It's like I've listened to Torture Poets Apartment by Taylor Swift about 50, 100 times at this point. I'll still go back because it's a vibe and I love it.
When I look back at this game genuinely, I think that when they start you out and you see that you're in a solar system that's dying, that everything around you is going to fade and it's all going to be gone soon, the instinct in a gamer's mind is to find a way to save it. You should be going on a quest to figure out why the sun's going to burst so you can stop it. But that turns out to not be what this game is about. Even in the end, you find the eye of the universe, and all you get is a reflection on your life. It's a look back at all the friends you've made along the way. You basically all get to do a campfire together, sing your songs, play your songs on your banjo and your harmonica, and have a good time and see the world bursting at a different angle. I think that this game really is about letting go. It's about spending the time with the universe as you have it, exploring every happy thing it has going for it, finding all the joy, all the beauty in it, and then letting it go. I think it's all about coming to terms with the fact that you can't control everything. Things are going to die, things are going to fade, and you should just enjoy the time you have with it while you do.
Being queer brings you together and makes you part of a community. This game inspires that same level of community. If you love this game, you have something in common with people. If you go to the Reddit for this game, it's still so active after being out for so many years. It's a game that people want to talk about. People are still discovering little minute details about it because it's so detailed. People care about this game. They care about each other because of this game.
And even as you move on from the universe bursting and everything fading away, you cut to the post-credits scene, where actually you see that billions of years down the line, life begins anew. And a new society, a new planet, a new ecosystem all develops, and it's shaped by what you do in your time. You don't have control over what happens in your life or what happens to the things around you, but there's a butterfly effect on everything, and the time that you spend in this universe develops the next universe to come.
It's like Marsha P. Johnson threw that brick so that you could get dicked down in the back room today.
Listen, I don't know if I would look at Exploring Giants Deep as a police riot. Well, thank y'all for watching. We are the Backseat Gamers, Ian and Matthew.
And I'm MusicalFinesse.
You can follow us each on Twitch, linked in the description below, and we hope to see you there.
Bye!